Welcome to Boys, episode 177?
177.
There's no song for that one, my friend.
There's not. I missed the 76, but...
If you add a 6 after it, it's 1776.
Oh, it's my favorite year.
It's a great year. It's a good year. Hey, if you wrap 360 used condoms around a wheel, what do you get?
What?
A good year. Huh? Get it? All right. Comedy, jokes. We got it all for you tonight. We have a special... I didn't say very. We have a special episode for you tonight. We're going to get right to that. But first, some advertisements. BoysPodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as that golden donate button. Smash it, bash it, thrash it. Send us a few bucks.
Ooh, thrash it.
If you like what you hear week after week, if we bring you, I don't want to say entertainment, but if we're just like,
What's that thing? It's already gone by now, but I'm just now catching wind of it. If it doesn't bring you joy. If we bring you joy.
Then Epstein didn't kill himself,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
We're mashing memes
Can we
now.
talk about that real quick?
Sure.
So I don't believe anything. No, I don't believe what the media.
You don't believe what the liberal media is telling you.
Right. I don't know what to believe, There's so much swirling around in the ether.
If you were to gamble, what would you put your money on?
Being taken out.
Yeah. Duh.
It ain't just them Ferdinands that said it. He was taken out. Take me out.
Taken out.
Take me out to the ball game.
Since we're on it, did you see the new thing that just dropped from Veritas, Project Veritas?
I did.
Ooh.
Yeah, the ABC newscaster. Yeah, boy, we are topical tonight, my friend.
Normally not, but hell, man, it came out. So yeah, if a news anchor, a highly ranking news anchor is saying that she had that shit on the books 3 years ago and wanted that shit to come out.
Yeah, man. I just don't know what to believe anymore. But if you believe in us, you believe in this show, smash that donate button, send us a few bucks. It helps keep the lights on and the audio flowing.
Boys is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify. On Spotify, you search us Boys Podcast, all one word, all lowercase. When you do that, it's going to bring up every episode. And right underneath our little pretty logo on there, it'll have a subscribe thing. You just go, click.
Would you say you smash it?
You might smash it. You might bash it. You might
crash it.
Crash it like a party.
You're going to leave a review?
You can review. You can rate, share it. I really appreciate the sharing.
Yeah, me too.
You liking it is one thing, and I'm glad that you're listening. Fine listener. But let's bring some more to the phone. Bring your friend to Boys.
That's right. Bring a friend to Boys this week.
We want to open up our congregation to the masses and bring more to Boys.
You can email us, boys@boyspodcast.com. Send us some feedback. Throw your physical address in the bottom of the email. We'll send you out some free stickers. Listen, the stack is dwindling. It's getting small. Let's send them all. I want these stickers out of my face. So throw us a comment, a question, concern, criticism, topic, guest idea, whatever is on your mind. I want to know what's in your mind.
I want to know what love is. Thank you to our sponsors, Anthem, anthembrewing.com. The taproom is located at 908 Southwest 4th Street in our fine city of Oklahoma City. Got some new beers on tap. Check them out. New beers are brewing. And a store near you, a bar near you. Fat Bison, fatbison.com. You've heard it once, you heard it twice. I'm going to say it 3 times, so it's real nice. Fatbison.com. He makes great wood. Beautiful wood signs, wood furniture. All great things can be found at fatbison.com. And then Champion Vintage, champion_vintage_OKC on Instagram. Check them out as well.
Lastly, thank you for the donations, feedback, telling of a friend, all the things we've previously discussed. We do really appreciate you guys sticking with us week after week. It means the world to us. And we're going to just keep on keeping on.
That's all you can do.
This little light of mine,
I'm going to let it shine.
I'm going to let it fucking shine.
So there's keep on keeping on, keep on trucking, keep on rocking in the free world.
Keep on rolling, baby. There's that one.
and Freddie D made that one popular, right?
Freddie D and the Boys.
I think that was the original name for the band. I'm glad they settled with the other one, though.
No, they had a different name, and I'm blanking on it right now, but it was something really, really gross. Yeah, and damn it,
like
I'm
grosser
blanking.
than Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
Because Limp Bizkit's pretty gross.
It was like blood fart or something like that. It was something really, really disgusting and even more abhorrent.
Yeah, I think I remember something like that.
Limp Bizkit, but you know, they changed it and they rocked, and they're one of my favorite bands. That explains the back piece I'm working on.
You working on a back piece?
I'm working on a Family Values 1999 back piece. So far, I've got Ice Cube, half of the members of Orgy, 1/5 of the members of Limp Bizkit, and then across the shoulders, I've got the boys from Korn.
Dude, that's awesome.
And don't forget Rammstein.
Rammstein. Get it right or pay the price.
What are your thoughts on Rammstein? Did we talk about them before on the show?
I've never seen them. All I know them from is I believe Mr. Durst made him famous. Was Family Values Korn or was it Limp Bizkit who started it?
Family Values, I believe, was started by Korn.
Okay.
You know, they have a lot of family themes and daddy issues and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure Korn, I mean, they did close the show, so I'm guessing they kind of spearheaded the entire event.
Well, because of that festival, if you want a traveling road show, they brought Rammstein to the world. I don't think the United States have ever seen them before that.
I sure hadn't.
But at the time, they were considered very risque.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, giant dildos that squirted fake cum on the crowd.
Lots of fire.
A lot of fake blood.
Sparks.
I believe the singer, was it Faux Fellatio?
Yes.
On the bass player or something? Or the
Keyboard player.
Keyboardist,
Oh, yeah. Whips, chains, whistles, yo-yos.
They were a live act. It was a sex show, I would say.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
That they just so happened to play songs.
Right. They're like, hey, we're a traveling S&M show, but here's some like mild industrial jams for you as well.
Here we go.
It was really fun.
A couple of Limp Bizkit names.
Oh, good.
Gimp Disco, Split Dick Slit, Bitch Piglet, and Blood Fart.
Yes, I had that
Blood
one
Fart
right.
was the
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Split dick slit?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also sounds very painful.
Yeah.
Have you ever, okay, not to get too risque, but I gotta ask, now that we're on the subject,
Of getting your dick cut?
have you ever cut your penis or balls?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, here's the thing, like, Manscaped, I'm going to throw it out to you right now. If any person working for Manscaped is out there, sponsor us. I want one.
You need it.
I need it. I got a bush like the Amazon.
It's a veritable forest down
Veritable forest down there. But because of my Forrest Gump, I was trimming it at a young age, probably about 14.
there.
And
Well, you're learning the ropes.
I'm learning the ropes. No one's teaching me. Another thing parents don't teach their kids. Parents, if you have a son and he's starting to grow pubes, teach that son how to trim his pubes properly without cutting his dick. Because I did that. I used scissors. And I was cutting the bush, and it slipped, and I caught a little piece of the shaft.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bled a lot.
Yeah, it did. You know, speaking of bleed a lot, this weekend I was out in the shop, initial stages of the new studio, getting it cleaned up, ready to decorate, ready to light, ready to bring some video to you guys, the listeners, guys and gals. And I'm out there and I am, okay, you know on a ceiling fan, there's where the chain comes down in the middle if it has one of those like globes that covers the light bulbs. There's usually like a little washer or a little like ornate piece that you unscrew and then the globe drops down so you can get up in there and change the lights.
Yeah.
So I got my hands above my head. I'm unscrewing this very heavy piece of what felt like cast iron or something. And I'm not really paying attention as much as I should be. And it slips and that piece falls and hits me right in the bridge of the nose.
Dude, I can feel that.
Dude, look. You can see it. Yeah.
Oh,
this is
God.
This is not a zit. This is not a flaw.
Did you it's going to sound weird. Did you hear it in your head?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
It hit me. I saw stars for a second. It only fell about 2 feet.
Right. That's enough.
But I think 2 feet was enough for this little hunk of metal to reach maximum velocity and smack me. I mean, smack dab. I mean, this is not just in the middle horizontally, vertically, right in the middle, right in the bridge of my nose. And I heard this like You ever cracked a piece of fresh celery?
Yeah.
Or like maybe like a dead twig?
Yeah.
It's exactly what it sounded like.
Ooh, that's
just
not
like
good.
this. Snap. And I thought, oh shit. And I touched my nose and there was blood.
A lot.
Dude, so it doesn't look that bad now.
No.
It looks like I have a zit on my nose.
Yeah.
This little tiny hole on my nose bled like I cut my own hand off.
Well, you got to think about how much blood there. Have you ever had just a bloody nose?
I've never been the victim of the nosebleed.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to get them a lot as a kid, like to the point where it was getting kind of scary. Like, why am I getting nosebleeds all the time?
You were a cokehead at 12.
I was, boy, I couldn't get enough booger sugar. I was snorting pixie sticks. That might have been the issue.
Yeah, a lot of buildup.
A lot of buildup. But no, man, like there's a lot of, what are they called? Nerve endings, and there's a lot of
Much
blood.
like your penis, it's a sensitive area.
Full
full of cartilage.
Cut your dick, man. It's gonna bleed. Now, okay, when the John Wayne Bobbitt thing came out, remember that?
Oh, classic.
And I was too young to. I mean, I wasn't too young to get that it's a dick and it's a sexual thing, but my thought immediately goes to ow, that had to hurt. 2, so how did he not die from blood loss? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a nick. She chopped his whole penis off.
Dude, I've had dreams. I've had nightmares. I've had thoughts of all my all 6 appendages on my body.
Gone.
2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and a penis. What would be the worst to get cut off? I think I'd rather have my head cut off than my penis, right?
You would be dead.
Exactly. Just over and done.
Just, I don't want to live a life where I don't have a penis.
Not just that, but what's more degrading than bending over and picking up your own
Penis.
wiener off the ground, man?
Well, she drove in a car and then threw it out the window.
Like a cigarette butt. Do you think she flicked it like a cigarette butt? It couldn't have been very big.
Well, what do you do? I mean, I think this is an old Martin Lawrence bit. He's like, did you cut it off? Get in the car. You're so amped up that you don't even realize you're driving on the road. It's on the steering wheel with your hand. You go, ah!
Like, like you're holding your cell phone.
Yeah. It's like you just toss it.
Crazy. Yeah, John Wayne Bobbitt was a real beautiful piece of teenage folklore for me and the friends. And then one of my buddies actually ended up somehow with a DVD, or maybe it was like VHS copy of the John Wayne Bobbitt porno.
Oh yeah, he became a porn star for that.
Yeah, and man, we watched it like for shits and gigs.
You wanted to see what the dick looks like reattached.
Dude, it was weird. It looked like a little forest mushroom that had like been trampled or something. I don't know. It was sad, and he was. Let me put it this way. He was giving it his all, but man, he was just pushing rope. Like it just didn't work like it must have once had. It was really sad.
I've always wondered. I never watched it because it was rare. It's not like it is today.
Yes.
I can Google anything I want
Before the internet.
I can go find it now. But I always assumed that they must have done it like a Frankenstein's monster kind of a thing. Like, oh, we brought his dick back to life.
It's alive.
It's alive.
Yeah.
And it must fuck. Like that. That would be like the whole premise of the movie. And
it like wakes up from behind the sheet.
Yeah.
Like, when Frankenstein would like rise.
Yeah.
Same thing, man.
Same
Had a little couple of bolts on the side.
That was crazy. I mean, we always talk about like the culture we're in now. And it seems so fucking crazy. But think about that. Like, around that time, you had a man getting his dick cut off by his girlfriend. You had the Amy Fisher thing.
Yeah.
Which was big.
Oh, yeah.
You had Hollywood Madam, who got arrested, and a lot of dudes got fucked up.
Yeah, you had O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson. You had fucking... What's his name?
Ted Kaczynski. I'm throwing that out there.
He was on SNL, comic. Why is my brain not working?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy got caught with a transsexual.
Oh yeah, dude. He really ushered in a new era. Like 10 years before it was the norm. Now it's like Drake and all these other people. But back then, man, Hugh Grant. But Hugh Grant was a female.
I believe so. Just a very unattractive female.
Yeah, I forget her name. It was like Sugar or something.
Yeah,
Sugar Cookie.
His picture, his mugshot is still the best thing ever. Where he's like, he looks like a man defeated and caught. Like
Eddie Murphy?
No, Hugh Grant.
Oh, Hugh Grant. Oh, yeah.
Like, terribly sorry.
Speaking of, I found this picture. So I like to spend a little bit of time on the subreddit Conspiracy.
Oh. And
somebody mentioned something about, have you seen the picture going around of Drake? And I was like, no. And it took me 2 seconds to find it. And I'm going to show you this picture.
Okay.
I'd like for you to describe what you see in this picture. Now, you know, Drake, sex icon.
Really?
Right?
You think a sex icon?
I think girls find him attractive.
They might.
Right?
Yeah.
He raps a lot about fucking.
Yeah, I guess he must be fucking.
There it is.
That's got to be fake though, right?
I mean, take my phone, take a closer look. That looks pretty damn real to me. What's going on in that picture?
Well, my man Drake allegedly has what appears to be a penis.
See that vein?
In his mouth, and his face appears to be covered with some sort of a clear liquid.
And he's kind of like looking up longingly.
Or he almost looks like he doesn't want to be doing it.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if we panned out, there'd be a gun to it. Hitler would be holding a gun to his head. I'm not sure, but yeah, just Google Drake sucking a dick, and you'll see what I saw.
Nothing, man. If you want to suck a dick, suck a dick.
Suck them all.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm just it's I don't want to see that. That's not my thing.
It's all good. Suck what you want. I prefer to not suck on penises.
Yeah, me too.
But if Hitler had a gun to my head, if Hitler had my parents with guns to their heads,
I don't know. And that's how I know, like, it's inherent, like what you like. Like, you're born gay or you're born straight. I can't. I just couldn't. I've thought about it. I went through a spell where I did some making out with the opposite
dudes?
sex. With dudes and stuff. I did stuff.
It's gonna be one of those kind of shows, huh?
But I was just never. It's not me.
All right. Yeah.
You know.
It's cool.
It's cool, man.
Hey, love who you love, man. I ain't judging. Drake, if Drake likes tooting on peckers, then by all means, toot away.
Hey, sell some more records, man.
It's just I'm a straight cis male, and is that like a
double negative? Double. Are you doing a fucking George Bush right Terror.
I can't even think of the fucking word. I'm stumbling here.
You're thinking about dicks.
I'm a straight white male.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want a picture of me sucking a vagina on the internet, would you?
Yeah, I mean, well, one, you don't suck vaginas, but two,
yeah, you do.
You suck on a vagina?
You can, yeah.
Like that?
Just give a little kiss.
I'll give it a kiss. Yeah, I don't want me doing anything sexual online because, dude, that's it's an embarrassing thing that we do.
What are the odds that your penis is on the internet?
It's extremely rare.
Same. I would go out on a limb and say there is a 0% chance of my Andrew Wang on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't think it exists.
It's not a
much
big
like shrimp.
Dick pic sender.
I wasn't either. I've sent a couple in my day, feeling a little randy.
Unless someone hooked up their Kyocera slider to their computer.
Right.
Like, at that time, it was much harder to put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Now it's just going, screen cap, done.
Yeah. And not to mention the resolution back then was like 144 by 250.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
Postage stamp.
Exactly. Yeah. It wouldn't look good on a modern 4K display.
I don't even know what it is.
But yeah, I don't think mine exists. Maybe we'll ask our guests. I don't know. We'll see if we get into that. But Josh, I feel like it's time to get to the show.
We should get to it.
Tonight, we have James Nghiem and Mike Allen of the Nghiems. James is putting on an incredible art show at the Speakeasy, November 9th. I think it's kind of a come and go thing. We'll get into all the details in the interview. But Josh and I are going to be a part of it.
We are. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's so every time he does one of these, they are themed. He's done Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
He did Kanye West.
Kanye West. He did a Miyazaki.
Was there a Street Fighter one too?
Street Fighter was the first one, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, this one is SNL themed, and Robbie and Josh are doing a skit.
The kids call them skit.
A sketch, just
funny little skit
at the show, and we'll be playing the roles of Wayne Campbell and Garth Algar. and we have some special surprises. It's going to be really fun. So if you're listening to this on Friday the 8th, November 8th, 2019, the show will be the next night. And if you want to come out and say hi, be cool. There's going to be some cool art and bands.
Mm-hmm.
What band is playing? Lust?
Lust is playing.
Yeah.
There's a DJ spinning after the show. It should be a good... Well, DJ spinning during the show, I think. Maybe upstairs. And then there's Lust playing afterwards.
Is it free?
I believe it's $5.
$5? Okay. Yeah. Well, bring a 5 spot. You'll get in. Have a good time. And without further ado, James Nghiem, Mike Allen, from the band The Nghiems. Now on with the show. Okay, we're here with James Nghiem.
Hey, what's up?
Yo.
And Mike Allen.
James, is this your third time?
I think so. I think I can pinpoint the first time. I remember being here one time, and then I was high the second time, I think, and then I'm here again.
Okay. And this is your second time, right, Mike?
Second time.
Okay,
for
second
me,
time.
yes.
So you guys are hosting an SNL Art Show, and I was telling my wife that you guys are coming on. She's like, "Oh, how many times have they been on? I know James has been on a lot." I'm like, I think it's 3. She goes, and the next time, if we ever get a 5-timer, we should make a boys 5-timers jacket.
But like a hoodie.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah. I always thought that was like a funny part of SNL, like
Yeah.
the thing you just give a 5-time host.
The 5-timer club.
5-timer club.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
So we're super excited. The show is November 9th.
November 9th. It's Saturday now.
Yeah.
Shit.
So this episode drops the day before the show. So if you're listening, you want something to do the next night?
We got art. We got a whole SNL show that we're streaming live. Musical guest. We got a host, Senator Carrie Hicks, and musical guest Lust, and we're streaming it live on the internet, doing our best Saturday Night Live impression at the Speakeasy.
And what does it cost?
$5.
Okay, when does it start?
The art show starts at 7. The gallery opens at 7. The bar's open before then, so if you want to just drink ahead of time, just come early. The comedy SNL stuff starts at 10.
10 p.m.
Nice.
Excellent.
And we've got a DJ, Tricknology, spinning.
Yeah, he's spinning.
Kind of open it up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. So how many of these art shows have you done at Speakeasy as today, including this one?
Is this 12 or 13?
I'm not sure.
More than 10.
Yeah.
I'm counting the posters in my head because I have they're all hung up above my bed.
See. Street Fighter, Wes Anderson, Cowboy Bebop, Banksy.
Oh, I forgot about the Banksy one.
Quentin
Tarantino, Kanye,
808s and Solid Snakes.
and then
Miyazaki?
What was fall that year?
There was
Buffy,
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
and then
Did you guys get
Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Then Miyazaki was 8. Oh shit. And then Robots. And then Iverson.
So this is 11 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always put
Thinking
a
ahead. Thinking
ton.
ahead.
You always put a ton of work into these. Lots of art.
Yeah.
It's super cool, man.
Yeah.
I think you're doing a really good thing, and I'm glad to be a part of it alongside y'all. Y'all are doing it.
Well, it's an event.
I
It's
try
like-
to hide.
It's not just for checking out bands or buying art and stuff. It's like as a patron, they get involved too, and they always dress up and whatever the theme is, and it's super cool to see that. So the actual patrons can be living art, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
kind of cool.
I always feel like every time we pick a theme, I always know a lot about the theme. I don't know if you feel this way.
I usually learn very quickly about the theme, like with Buffy, you know? I hadn't seen really any Buffy before.
So you're just on YouTube, like with the crash course?
Yeah, I think I borrowed his like Hulu account or something.
binge
like,
watch it.
The password. And then, just binged the first 3 seasons. And that's all I had time to do before the show. But I feel like it was a great, intro.
Now, did you watch the movie?
I did not
Okay.
know.
See, I was a fan of the movie when I was a kid, and I'd never seen a single episode of the show. So, and I think I joked to you about that. I'm like, there'd be some original Buffy.
There was.
And there was like,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
think didn't they win like a costume contest? There was like an original Buffy, and
Yeah.
then her boyfriend dressed up as Luke Perry's character too.
I think I gave her like tickets to go see meet Spike at WizardCon. That was like what the prize, so she was super stoked.
That's rad.
Original thought was like, I always think I know a lot about these themes until we go in the show, and then we start doing the show. Then all these people come out of the woodwork and they have all these fucking crazy details that
Yeah.
I don't know at all.
Oh yeah, I remember when you first started doing SNL, I'm like, oh awesome, so there's gonna be this, and this. And you go, what? What?
Yeah, it definitely happened again this time. We're like, can I be your what's the voice of SNL?
Oh, Don Pardo.
Don Pardo. I didn't even think about that. I was
Right.
like, yeah, jump on.
Now, Josh is a man of many, many impressions. Have
Yeah.
you been working on your Pardo?
Don Pardo. It's pretty. I mean, it's got about it's the bass. It's all of that. I just want to say musical guest Lust. Right? It's
Pretty
awesome.
good.
It's the musical
Pretty
guest.
good.
You know.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So what
You're
made
hired.
what made you guys decide on SNL this time?
I don't think were you a part of this?
I wasn't there that night.
I was talking
I
about.
mean, you asked me.
Yeah, man, I feel bad. This is like the first one that we weren't. Usually it's me and Mike, and we're drunk, and then we just like
Talk about everything, and then we're like, oh, that'd make a great show.
Yeah. This time I was doing that with Trey Savage from Nondoc, and he was like, "You should do SNL." Or I was thinking of comedy, like I was thinking like Adam Sandler, and like, but I was like, not everybody likes Adam Sandler. I don't
Right.
even know if I want to do an Adam Sandler show.
Yeah, he's a polarizing guy, I would say.
Yeah, you don't want like cobbler art. you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
And then my friend was just like SNL, and I was like, oh my god.
Dude. Yeah. Well, as soon as you said, I'm like, I don't know why you hadn't done that before. It's opened it up. I mean, it's a 45-year-old show, so there's so many things. to pull
45
from.
years? That hasn't been going on since the 60s.
45 years.
Is it really 45?
It's been since
Since the 70s.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was like 25 years.
No, 45 years of SNL.
25
dude.
years would be like
Right,
1990.
Right. Yeah. Oh God, you're right. I'm an idiot. Yeah.
45 years of SNL. So you have like so many characters to pull from to like create art from or do sketches from.
Right.
And like that's when I told you like, ooh, Robbie and I could do the middle-aged man sketch, and you go, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
yeah,
like a-
maybe it's a little. I think there's only one time they did it, right? It wasn't like a.
Maybe
Repeat
twice,
it.
but I'm pretty sure just one.
Yeah.
One and done.
There's
One
like a
and done.
lot of shit that I was talking to somebody younger, and they're like, "You should do one of these sketches." And I was like, "I don't even know that one." They're like, "It's like
yeah, from like something
it's
like 10
either,
years
like,
ago or whatever.
so new or so old, like I won't know." Like there's like a certain sweet spot that I just know really well.
Well, I kind of spoiled what Josh and I were doing in the intro, but do we want to keep the rest of it kind of under wraps? We don't really want to spoil anything.
I don't want to spoil anything,
Yeah.
but I can tell you about the format of the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did like rehearsal pretty recently, so we got like a host, we got like cold opens, we got like digital shorts, commercial parodies, weekend updates.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
we got
So,
like,
be the real
Let it
deal.
all, baby.
a couple
Yeah.
solid like SNL Easter eggs, and then the rest of it is just like shit we made up or like local versions of what SNL would
Sure.
probably do, like parodies of local government.
So I have a question. Oh, it's like the town hall debate kind of things. that
Yeah,
kind of vibe?
we're trying to work on this monologue. The monologue's not done yet. In true SNL fashion,
Right,
the
right.
monologue is not written on Tuesday
no,
before the show.
day of, like it'll be done. So is it going to be formatted? So Lust is the musical guest. Is it going to be formatted like the show, or are you just gonna have them play afterwards? Like, is
we're-
Carrie going to come out and go, "Ladies and gentlemen, Lust"?
She is gonna do that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But she's not gonna do it twice. But we got Lust. They're gonna set up. They're gonna do sound check before the show, and then store the gear behind all the set dressing we're gonna do. And then in the middle of the show, they're gonna pull out and play one song, tuck their gear back, and then they'll play a full set after the show.
Nice.
Perfect,
Yeah.
man. I'm super excited. This
Yeah,
is
me
going to be a
too.
lot of fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm nervous as shit, but
I'm
it'll be
No,
fun.
it'll be great.
nervous
It'll be
too.
I'm always nervous to do anything live in front of people, like especially if it's acting at all. It's like
I think you'll be okay because I believe anybody that's there for the
Mhm.
show is like they're going to be really into
Yeah.
anything related to Saturday Night Live.
Right.
So, you know, they're already like primed.
sure,
to
and
enjoy
it's we picked something that's well known. I mean, there's like 2 movies based on it. There, the sketches forever. I mean, this year was the most popular Halloween costume I saw was Wayne's World.
Really?
I saw, dude, one night at the bar, I counted 7 different Wayne and Garths.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, but my thought was, why? Like, is there a new movie in the works?
I don't know.
No, I think it's just that thing where it's at that point where it's the perfect levels of nostalgia now.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything comes around,
Right.
cycles. I think that it's time. It's time for the great revisit.
But these people who are dressed up like it were like soups young. But like, so my thing is like, how can you be nostalgic for something you weren't even around for?
Maybe they had cool brothers or something.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
That's true.
I recently rewatched the first Wayne's World to prepare and get into it because what I noticed is, and when we were doing our writing sessions for this skit, it's a lot easier to do a Garth impression than it is to do a Wayne.
Well, yeah, because Garth, they're the polar opposites of one another. Like, Garth is like this. He's pretty timid and he doesn't really talk a lot. But then Wayne's like super like animated.
Yeah, he's
you know?
animated and he's kind of like confident.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, there it is.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
there it is.
Yeah, he gets the girl. Garth does not.
Right.
You know.
Like in the second movie.
Yeah, he
You know.
gets
I guess he does.
Honey Hornet. No. What was the female? Who was the female Garth?
Oh yeah, what was her name?
Dang.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that whole.
I don't remember that
part of that movie.
I used to watch that movie like every day.
Wayne's
too.
World 2?
Yeah, Wayne's World 2.
Well, in the first one, he was hot after, was it Kim Basinger?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
Honey
yeah.
Hornet. Yeah. Nice
Yeah,
to
that's-
meet you, Mrs.
yeah.
Horny. But yeah, Wayne's World is near and dear to my heart as a young man. Easily my favorite skit. I remember being a kid, staying up for SNL, and when I saw that live, you know,
That Cable 10
well,
news
yeah,
thing?
the Cable 10
Yeah.
news camera operator
Yep.
guy, I was just like, yes,
Yeah.
my favorite skit. And then it'd come on. I think I watched it before I realized that it was satire, and I just thought these were two cool guys, you know, like these cool rock dudes.
Yeah, two cool rock dudes in a basement on a Davenport
That's hilarious to
in
me.
a basement.
It's very
I
of
mean-
its time in that way.
I probably
So-
thought they were cool too.
So what were like some of y'all's favorite sketches from SNL, like growing up?
I mean, probably like a lot of other people, I liked anything with Chris Farley.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
The early 90s was definitely my wheelhouse for
So, like-
my introduction.
Like the Gap Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I enjoyed the Coneheads for sure for a little bit earlier era.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed the movie as well.
The movie was great. Chris Farley in that was great.
Yeah,
So good.
popped up everywhere.
I got to say, man, I want to kind of go around the room, but I'll start. Even though Wayne's World was my bread and butter, my favorite,
Right.
hands down, Farley is favorite cast member ever.
Yeah.
Gone way too soon. Sad day. I read his book a couple years ago. Boy, is it sad.
Didn't know he had
It's yeah, it's really good. I'm blanking on the name of it, but if you just Google search Chris Farley book.
There was a documentary that came out not too long ago.
Oh my God,
I was crying like a baby through it.
a real tearjerker.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler wrote that, like that Chris Farley song on his Netflix special, and he did it on SNL. It's like
Yeah.
super sad.
Dude, I cried so hard when I saw that too.
Yeah, the Adam's new special. Me and old Adam.
The Sandman.
100% Fresh, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to expect when I saw that pop up on my Netflix feed. And I immediately played it. Ultimately enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thought it was fantastic. Laughed. And then, when it got to the Chris Farley tribute song that he did, Kate and I were watching it. Tears were just rolling down my face. It
It's
was
like,
so sweet.
It's not even funny.
No, it's
like,
just
what the
sweet
fuck
and
are you
sad.
doing to me? Adam
Yeah.
Sandler.
Yeah.
And then showing the clips of him behind him, like,
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
young pictures of him and everything.
I agree, man. I think Farley is hands down the best to ever grace the stage on that show. As far as sketches go, I know they're kind of annoying, but I always like Mike Myers too. His Simon, the drawing boy,
Oh yeah.
and Philip the hyper hypo.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like those. Are like anytime those came out, I was like, yep, those are it.
The
And then
one
of
where
course anything Will Ferrell ever fucking did on the show is great.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great, I would say, a legend in the SNL universe. What about
Yeah.
you, James?
Mine are like really random. Like Toonsis the Driving Cat. I always thought
Dude.
was super hilarious.
Yeah.
Brian Fellows.
The Terminator Toonsis was
I'm Brian Fellows.
the best.
Anything Tracy Morgan. I really liked. I was like revisiting this when we started the show, and I was like in like kind of a sad mood. But I had like found an old Napster MP3 of the Tracy Morgan Britney Spears sketch where she like
Oh,
goes
Yeah,
on
my
like,
he's the
goodness.
homeless guy. He's like,
So good.
eat a doo-doo pie. That one.
little TV sets. Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
so good.
Yeah, he's great as well. Do you remember when he came back and hosted after his car crash?
No,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
He comes out and he's like walking all slow. And he basically, and I'm quoting here, but he was basically just like, and then he just stood there, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be rough. And he's like, oh, I'm just kidding,
what a fucking asshole,
dude. So asshole, but so funny,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is
so-
most things I like.
So Tracy
Yeah.
Morgan.
So great. What about you?
Well, yeah, no, I think I still quote that sketch with Tracy Morgan and Britney Spears
Mhm.
when they takes her into the sewer,
Mhm.
in his home, and he's got this like wooden 2x4 block, and he's like,
Oh.
he goes, buy, sell, buy, sell.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, that was my broker or whatever. He goes, not really.
Yeah.
And at the end of the sketch, he picks up, he goes, ring, ring, hello. I'm sorry, you have the wrong number.
At the very end, yeah, it's like so sad.
What?
I think I like things that are like kind of sad, or like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like an underlying darkness
Yeah.
under the humor, the blanket of humor.
Like the Bill Brasky sketches were that too. Like they were funny,
Oh, yeah.
but if you think about each character's thing, it's like fuck, it's like
Yeah.
super dark stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's funny because if you look back, a lot of the sketches from the 90s and back could really be deemed, problematic now,
Yeah,
but they always kind of towed the line of,
Like
if it was risque or a little edgy or whatever, it wasn't mean.
yeah,
Like, you look back, like one of my favorites was the Schmidt's Gay
dude,
commercial,
Yeah.
and that featured Farley and Adam Sandler, who, if I had to rank a number 2, it would be Adam Sandler. He had some stupid shit, much like his movies and everything else he's ever done. But I mean, God, Canteen Boy,
dude, Canteen Boy, the Pepper Boy.
I want to say most underrated is Rachel Dratch to me.
Yeah, she was really
Yeah, I like
good.
Rachel
The Bostonian couple. That
Yeah.
she
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Yeah. So good.
How is it like wicked? You wicked man.
No ma.
Debbie Downer.
Debbie
Yeah, she did some
Downer,
great
yeah.
Debbie Downer.
Yeah,
What's
so good.
the baby that has like the hand coming out?
Oh
of her head?
yeah. Damn.
What about man? There's it's funny. We could talk about this all night. Like David Spade,
Mhm.
Yeah.
classic. Like Massive Head Wound Harry. Do you
Yeah,
remember that one?
Yeah.
Hollywood Minute.
So good. So
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I forgot
good.
about Hollywood Minute.
Then he got his own spin-off show based off of that. I forgot what it's called. It was basically just his Hollywood Minute for like a half hour on Comedy Central.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But his
that.
Hollywood
think I
Minute,
watched it.
his Hollywood Minute got him in trouble with Eddie Murphy.
How so?
It just had Eddie Murphy's headshot, and he goes, "Look, kids, a falling star,"
Oh.
and he got fired right after that.
Well, speaking of mean, quote unquote, it's like I've always loved Weekend Update. Going back to, gosh, what's his name?
Dennis Miller, babe.
Dennis Miller, of course.
I mean,
Norm
Norm
Macdonald,
yeah.
Kevin Nealon.
Kevin Nealon.
Kevin Nealon.
Colin Quinn.
Yep, and then of course you had
Norm Macdonald.
Tina Fey and
Tina
Jimmy
Tina
Fallon.
Fey.
did
Yeah.
forever, yeah.
That almost to me was almost like the rebirth of Weekend Update. Is
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
they started.
I think Norm Macdonald.
The duel.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald
Yeah, yeah.
did it best.
You think so?
He was
A lot of people
the
agree
best
with
at
that,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. I love the new guys though. I'm
Amy
not gonna lie.
Pollard too. Amy
Colin,
Pollard.
yeah, Colin Quinn's good.
Yeah. Colin Jost and Michael Che. Like,
they're
I
good.
think that they're great. And I don't watch SNL every week like I used to, but I do catch it every now and then. And especially if there's a good musical guest, because I always kind of like to see what's going on. It can be real hit or miss, And
Well, with SNL, it makes me feel old because I don't know most of the musical guests, but I feel like if it wasn't for SNL, I would never know who the hell these people are.
I wish there was just a channel that was just like SNL musical performances.
Oh, yeah.
And it would just play all day. I would watch the shit.
Oh,
out
there's
of
some
that.
great ones.
Yeah.
And there's some that you try to look up and you can't find them because NBC owns them or something.
Yeah.
like when Rage Against the Machine went on there and their second song was cut because Tom Morello hung an upside down American flag on his amp.
Oh,
So
shit.
they cut their second performance.
When Nirvana played and he wanted to play Rape Me and they said you can't, so he started playing Smells Like Teen Spirit and then went into Rape Me anyway.
Yeah. I remember
so
that.
sick. So sick.
Good, fucking cool, man.
Yeah, every once in a while, and I know I'm just getting older and slowly becoming more and more out of touch. But sometimes I'm like, who? But then sometimes
yeah.
I'll be very, very surprised
Mhm.
with a guest. Like I had no clue who Halsey was.
Okay.
Halsey, sorry, I coughed a little bit when I said Halsey.
But that's how everyone says the name.
But I really enjoyed her performances. Or
Yeah.
Travis Scott. Like,
Yeah.
I had no
I like
clue who
Travis
he
Scott,
was.
Yeah,
Dude, his SNL performances were sick.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I was
think-
listening, like, that made me listen to him on Spotify.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
this guy's good. I dig it.
I think they're getting more out there with them. It used to just be like, ladies and gentlemen, salt and pepper, and then you just pan over to the other stage and they play a song and that's it.
Yeah.
Now it's like Billie Eilish had this fucking moving
The
room.
rotating room, yeah.
Coldplay was just on last week and they didn't even play on stage at all. It started with Chris Martin like just walking around the studios and they're just playing in the middle of the crowd. Like they're doing, I guess what they're trying to do is make the music performances better, like a part of the show.
Right.
Instead of just being like, here's a musical guest.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But
well-
there's something also to be said to just have him play on the area.
Right.
Like, go to
Right.
your area and play the song. And
Yeah.
Play your shit, man.
It's the stage.
favorite favorite SNL musical guest of all time?
Ooh. I'm trying to think.
Putting you boys on the spot tonight.
Yeah. I don't know if I've thought about that.
Was it when Ashley Simpson got caught singing, lip syncing?
Oh,
Man.
and she danced the little
Yeah.
jig. Oh, I think that might have been the first time that I truly understood what cringe meant.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember watching that live,
Yeah.
and I just remember being like,
Yeah.
"Ugh. Oh, it would suck to be her right
It's
now."
like, what? That was
That-
my reaction.
That dance. That
Oh, yeah, the dance.
I mean, what do you do?
a
when
jaunty
you're-
jig.
Yes, yes.
She could have just played it off and just been like, yeah, I lip sync. Most
That-
people do.
That was the first time I can remember on the internet someone making a GIF of something and then like posting it when
Yeah.
things are awkward.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
using it as a reaction.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. I mean,
dude. I forgot about reaction gifs.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a huge thing. I also look back sometimes and remember, which we all look back and kind of cringe on things we used to like or do, you know, and remember like Rage comics? Like that was a huge, like the, I'm trying to think of one, but you've seen them, the 4-panel comics, and they were really big on Reddit for a long time.
Mhm.
Do you remember these?
Yeah.
Rage comics, and there was like a ton of them.
is it like where the guy's, it's just a face?
Yes.
And he's just, rah, you
Yeah.
know? Okay.
Or like the trollololol face
Yeah,
with like
uh-huh.
the weird butt mouth thing,
Uh-huh.
or yeah, all that stuff. It's just like, oh boy, I thought that was so cool. And I never made them or uploaded them, but
Mhm.
boy, did I enjoy them.
Meme makers.
Now they're just memes, which I hate to be the old man that shakes his fist at the cloud, but I feel like memes are destroying humanity.
Yeah.
I really
think-
do.
I
I'm
think-
serious. I think it's dumbing everybody down.
I think you shouldn't. I mean, they have a negative effect on me after a point. I don't think it makes society dumb, but it does. I do think it makes me dumb after a point, and it's up to every individual just to be like, "This is making me
I like it.
stupid today."
Yeah.
Self accountability. I
There's a lot of bad memes too. I'm just like,
I think like 99% of them are bad now.
yeah,
Like they used to, like everyone that was doing it was like pretty funny and they would make them. But now it's like everyone makes them
Well, they're just
and no one's funny.
yeah,
Right.
it's getting
Watered down.
oversaturated.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you should put 10 WD-30 oil in your car and check your tire pressure every 3,000 miles. And also, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Like, okay,
even like
I want to make a meme about that meme.
Yes.
Like it's like, you know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger and,
Yeah.
you know, the shaking hands
Yeah.
Predator thing.
Yeah.
I want to make that where it's like the blue arm is left wing and the red arm is right wing. And in the
Mhm.
middle is Jeffrey Epstein conspiracy memes.
Dude, hot
Yeah.
off the press.
It's like a meta
That's really
meta
good.
meme.
you better do that before this episode drops.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's gonna get stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of joked around about it in the intro, but I feel like the whole Epstein didn't kill himself meme has already run its course, and it's
yeah.
been
it's
out for
everywhere.
what, a few days,
Yeah,
a week tops,
a week because that.
and it's
guy-
just like, damn, like let's scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm jaded, and
Or has
Piece
it
of
already? Did it already get to that point, and now it's looping back around to where it's funny because it's stupid?
Well, it surfaced again because of the you know, the report that came out.
The
Oh,
Veritas
yeah.
thing, yeah. We
Yeah.
talked about that in the intro too.
yeah, the ABC reporter that is that the one you're talking about?
No, it was like on
That was
like
today.
That was
a
today.
UK website that like the Jeffrey Epstein's brother like hired this guy to, you know, he was also a pathologist,
Okay.
and the guy was like, the guy concluded that.
Oh, yeah, the
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that he
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
definitely strangled.
yeah,
yeah.
but all the headlines are misleading on that because that guy did not perform an autopsy. He just like sat in on it and just watched. So he, you know,
Sure.
but that's what brought it all about again. So, you know,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Favorite musical performance on SNL?
Man, so many good
It's-
ones. Gun,
the
Hitler with a gun to my parents' head.
I love that band.
I'm gonna say just because of it's because of this performance that I knew who this band was. It was when Foo Fighters played in 1995. I stayed up and I saw that, you know, because they'll show like musical guest Foo Fighters, like that's Dave Grohl. What the fuck is this band?
Yeah.
And then I watched like this is fucking insane. It was so good.
Yeah.
Because of that, I went out and bought the Foo Fighters record, and it was great.
I think I remember that. Did that guy, his like the bass player, wear like pink shoes?
No, you're talking about
Pat Smear.
Pat Smear
Pat
had pink
Smear.
sock. He had
Yeah.
hot
Yeah.
pink socks on,
Oh yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
and just flopping around on stage.
Yeah,
He still does that.
What the fuck? That's such an inconsequential thing that we just all remembered.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, my thing was like, so that's and like, and that's Pat Smear from the Germs, and those are the dudes from Sunny Day. This is a crazy band. What is this band? Tight. But a second runner-up is going to be probably Green Day in '94.
That's a good one. That's one of the ones I was
where he
going
had
to
like
say.
the poop dreadlock.
Yeah, just
thing
the
in
single dread.
Did they play Geek Stink Breath on that show? Because like one time, okay, I was gonna say Green Day because like when I was a kid, I had a cassette player and I could hook up RCA cords into my VCR to my cassette player and make cassette tapes of live performances. Like I could listen to songs, and I remember Green Day like playing Geek Stink Breath at some point. I remember being a kid and really wanting that new Green Day record to come out, and like they haven't put out anything. And what seemed like forever when you were a kid.
Yeah, they did. They played.
Yeah.
I think it was When I Come Around, and they played Geek Stink Breath because that was a B-side for Dookie, and it came out later on Insomniac.
I was just like, I don't know this song, so like I remember putting it in from that SNL performance from a VHS into a cassette tape. And
Dude,
I listened to it.
That's pretty advanced.
Dude, okay.
Like, did you feel pretty cool for being able to do that?
No, I mean, I just did shit like that all the time. I'm pretty nerdy when it comes to like things I want.
Well, on that tip, so you said VHS and SNL. My family, we watched it together as a family. We all fucking loved it. And we would put a VCR in and record it. We had stacks of VHS tapes that were just SNLs.
Dude, wouldn't you love to have those now just for the commercials?
My mom still has them.
Dude, exhume them, bring them
I'll bring
over.
them.
You
We'll
should bring
digitize them.
Yeah, you should bring them to the show. We'll like set up a
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm going to go to my mom's.
I got an old TV right there.
Man, if you want to bring it, I got an old TV too.
Okay.
If you guys, man, I should have the VHS and Chill guys to see if they want to do that.
There you go. That's your in. Have them do all the heavy lifting.
Because
that TV is like 200 pounds.
CRTs, baby.
So heavy.
Do you want to really do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to call my mom tomorrow and swing by her house, and I'll go pick them up.
Okay, I'm going to email.
That's awesome.
That's
yeah,
really
commercials
good.
and all. Or it might be like you'll get like a snippet of a commercial coming back in.
Now at Oklahoma Discount Furniture.
Oh, me and my brother tried our hands at video editing live. Like record, pause.
Yep.
And then wait, and then okay, they're coming back in.
Yeah. Finger on the button.
Finger on the
I
button.
remember that, and then fucking up, and
Mm-hmm.
or it's like, damn it, it's on short play, and I didn't get the whole episode.
Long play LP. Ugh.
When you see those bumper images, pause,
Yep.
play.
That's
Mhm.
right.
You know.
Speaking of bumper images, you made all the bumper images for the art show. They're beautiful.
Yeah,
they
thank
look
you.
so legit.
Thanks,
I really
man.
liked the Lust one. I thought it was great. And like I said earlier, you guys just put a lot of work into this, and I think that it's going to really show.
Mike does a lot of heavy lifting, and I do a lot of like running around and talking.
But that's heavy lifting too. That's schmoozing. That's you deal with all the artwork, the not commercial, the what's the word? The commerce,
networking,
the
commerce,
networking,
yeah,
all that.
logistics, all these good buzzwords.
Logistics.
Good word.
Yeah. I literally do some heavy lifting sometimes because people paint on like heavy
Yeah.
boards and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And lifting them to hang them on the wall is
I think I know
is
you're
a chore.
talking about.
Well, there's been a few over the years.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the Nghiems right now?
We're recording new songs. Like we got a couple.
Yeah.
We got 2 or 3 going right now. We kind of like made our home studio a lot better. So like whatever we're recording now sounds like a lot better than what we recorded in the past.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I saw your onesies,
Yeah.
dude. So, up until 2 years ago, I didn't have any children in my life, and now my world is totally changed, and I love it. I embrace it with open arms, and so I'm a little softer than I used to be, at least on the inside. There's still this hard exterior, but I'm tough is what I'm trying to say. But when I saw the onesies, dude, my heart melted a little bit. I was like,
That was a David thing.
Damn,
like, I
that's
didn't
cute.
even, I
Dude,
didn't think to do that.
It's fucking smart as fuck. There's so many like
There's only 2 Nghiems onesies. Like those are the only 2 that exist.
oh, I thought maybe you
Yeah.
made a.
Nah, we just made it for Greg.
yeah.
I got crates and crates of these
No,
in the
here's
back
what,
of the
here's
car.
what you do. You fucking print them and make them. Dude, I'm telling you, you'll sell a bunch of them. Every band that I go to see, especially in the punk rock world, they sell onesies with their band logo on it because they know, hey, our fans, they're getting up there in age. They probably have kids.
See, like
They probably want their kid to have an MXPX Poconacha Punk on their chest.
Like a fucking no effects onesie. Fuck that.
a pump up the volume onesie.
Hey, when my friend Jake across the way over here, he had a kid, and I was at an MXPX show. They had a onesie, and I took a picture of it, sent it to him. It's like, if I got that for you, would you put that on your kid? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Did you try it on?
I tried it on. I went to the bathroom, tried it on.
Wore it in a little bit.
I've gotten a couple of band onesies for, and I know it's that thing like I've made fun of in the past of, your kid doesn't listen to Dead Kennedys.
Right.
But
Kids can listen to us.
They do by proxy, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, they're
I
in
mean,
the
I don't
room.
know. Maybe there's a kid who just fucking loves holiday in Cambodia.
So Greg posted the picture of that on Instagram, right? And Katie Wicks commented. She was like, "Those are gonna get poop on them."
Mhm.
I thought that was pretty funny,
They are
and
gonna
it's something
get
I didn't think about.
poop on them.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be shit in, peed in,
Yep. Barfed on.
dribbled
Blowouts.
on.
All kinds of stuff. But think about this. I mean, your actual band T-shirts might have the same thing.
Hey-oh.
I mean, might throw up on them, piss on them by accident.
Yeah,
You
we're all
never-
just like poop bags.
Right. We're
Walking
just
around.
poop vessels.
You never know.
waiting to drop.
Yeah, you never know the day that might be the day that you accidentally poo yourself.
On your shirt?
That's a
Have you
big
never done that
one.
before?
No.
Shit your
Oh.
shirt? I've never shit my shirt.
What are you just wearing a shirt?
So you've never
Pooh Bear.
been in a public restroom, taking a deuce, and then you realize that some got on the back of your shirt?
No.
I have not, Josh. You are all alone.
You're on an island here, bud.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Poop island.
oops.
You're wearing some baggy ass shirts, man.
It was the 90s, man.
Okay.
Shirts were bigger.
Okay. fine,
Maybe in
fair.
the 90s there were some particles.
And then I started like
Once or
putting it up
twice.
under my chin, holding it like that when I poop, so I don't.
So
I'm a messy shitter.
speaking of bands and all this stuff, Josh and I went to a concert on Sunday night. We went to see Hawthorne Heights and Newfound Glory at the Tower Theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
And nothing like going to a 90s, early 2000s pop punk show of guys that are still doing their thing to make you feel old, but also right in place.
Yeah.
Because so my girlfriend liked Hawthorne Heights a lot when she was younger. It was her first concert in 2005 or 2006, so she was like 15.
Okay.
It was the classic parents take you to the concert, drop you off,
Yeah.
give you a 20, don't get in any trouble, don't smoke drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, I saw them like 13 years ago, 14 years ago at this point. And I'm looking around the crowd, and there were two openers, then Hawthorne Heights, then Newfound Glory. And, the crowd was decent for the two openers. Hawthorne Heights played, started filling in a little bit more, and pretty popping,
Mm-hmm.
I look around, and I'm like, yeah, I don't feel old right now because most of the people around me singing along are my age.
Yeah, median age, where the numbers are pretty good.
Yeah. And then Newfound Glory, so Hawthorne Heights finishes up. They sounded good, they've been doing it a long time. And Newfound Glory comes out, and, they're all our age, maybe a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes fucking brought it.
Really?
They were incredible live.
Was that your first time seeing them live?
I've never seen them
Oh,
before.
man, that was probably like my sixth time to see them. And that's what I told, I brought Ian some stuff for work. I met him before the show, and I told him, like, dude, I'm excited. You guys always bring it. That they're if they're coming anywhere near me, I'll go. It's like, even if I stop liking their music, just for the sheer performance of what they give to the show, it's fucking great.
Ton of energy.
Yeah.
I was kind of worried about the singer because on the records, he sings so high.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, man, there's no way he's going to hit that shit live. It sounded so perfect that I thought maybe he was being auto-tuned live, but he wasn't.
Okay.
It was just that good. Now, did I feel old? Kind of, because I remember driving around listening to some of these songs in like the late 90s, early 2000s, but I didn't feel super old because of the nice median age around me.
Yeah.
I also didn't feel super old because, like, well, these guys are older than me, and they're up there literally giving it all they got and sounding good.
With a broken hand.
Yeah, the guy had a broken hand, and it was kind of sad, but it was really, really good. However, I've been to some other shows where I do just feel super, super old.
I'll tell you, on the opposite spectrum, I went to that show thinking I was going to feel old, blah, blah, blah. And the second they got out, strummed that first chord, me and my friend scooted right into that pit. And I was just, all right, I'm doing it tonight. Fuck it. And I was just in it. And I was like pumping my fists and like screaming along to these songs.
I feel like that's how I felt when you guys did that Blink-182 tribute show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was at, like, there were some people at work were talking about the Hawthorne Heights show on Sunday, and they were like, people were moshing there.
Yeah.
And like, who moshes at a Hawthorne Heights show? And then I said, I moshed at a Blink 182 tribute show. So sometimes you just gotta fucking go.
Yeah. I will say when Newfound Glory was playing, you know how the tower's set up. There's like that front area, the pit, I guess.
Yeah.
Kate and I were standing on the second tier, like right in the middle, right behind the barricade. So we had a great vantage point. I've never liked mosh pits. I was scarred in a Slayer mosh pit when I was probably 20 or so.
Yeah.
I might have been 18. I went to see System of a Down open for Slayer.
Wow.
Also, Head PE played at the Diamond Ballroom. And I was really, really into System of a Down at the time. Like, I love them. I was a new metal kid. And
System of a Down is better than new
they
metal.
are, right. But they are lumped in, much like the Deftones and other bands I wouldn't necessarily consider new metal.
Right.
But yeah, they definitely lumped in. I was so stoked to see System of a Down. I never thought they'd come to Oklahoma. It was right after Toxicity came out. So I was just like in, you know. And I'm up front for System of a Down. So stoked. Getting like nudged in the back quite a bit, but it wasn't too crazy. They got off the stage and they had a real quick turnaround time on the stage. Then Slayer came out, and I know who Slayer is. I know a couple of their songs, but I wasn't really there to see them.
Did you attempt to leave?
No,
the pit?
because I was like, you know what? I'm so close, and I wasn't drinking back then.
Great seats.
I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna like tough it out and get my Slayer on.
Have you heard by that point, had you heard about Slayer pit? You know, there's this whole thing around Slayer pits.
Not really.
Okay.
I didn't know much about them. As soon as they hit the first chord, it was just like Armageddon going on. And I'm like getting kicked in the head and just beaten up because I was a pretty small guy, you know. So I'm afraid of mosh pits. Are you guys mosh? I know we got Mosh Montgomery over here, but I was wondering if you guys.
Slayer has a thing called the Wall of Death at their show.
I kind of do, but I don't really mosh with people who mosh. They're just like when James Draper, like when I'm like with my friends, will mosh sometimes, but it's not like real moshing. I don't think.
It's just jumping around, right?
Kind of shoving, kind of spilling beer on each other.
Right.
Right.
I'm more carousing.
I'm more of the can of PBR up, singing along, because that's all you can. And you're kind of like smush people like and then you'll drop. So beers are very expensive at the Tower Theater. I got myself a nice. I went for the best cost-effective beer. It was a Coupe F5 IPA, and it was a 18. I was the big tall boy.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm gonna get that. Grabbed it, took a sip of it, went right back into that pit, singing along, and some dude just goes smack on the ground like, that was $10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a Hamilton you just knocked out of my hand.
You guys want to hear my like most memorable mosh story?
Oh yeah,
please.
It was a Broncho show at Norman Music Fest. I was with my friend James Draper, who's a really funny comedian and who lives in Denver now. We're moshing, and this kid fell down in front of us, like a pretty young kid. And then everybody like it was a pretty big mosh crowd, but like me, Draper, and like another guy pulled this kid up, and then he got up, and we all started moshing again. We all looked at each other and like nodded. And then, like, everybody was safe, and then nobody got trampled, and then we started pushing each other again.
Dude. But when you're in that zone, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You know, you don't worry about
Absolutely,
taking an elbow to the face.
No.
You know,
and people do.
I was at an MXPX show. Again, I was probably 17 or 18. I had just got my lip pierced, because that's what you do when you're 17 and into MXPX.
True.
And people were crowd surfing, and out of the black, just a Doc Martin comes and hits me right in the lip ring. My lip expanded so big, it was like encasing the lip ring the next day. I didn't take it out though, because I was like, no way. I just paid, I just did that at 23rd Street body piercing. It was like $80. I'm toughing it out. So I just looked like a cartoon character for like a week. It was terrible.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, dude, I was pissed.
I'm not too big on them. A little bit of liquid courage helps.
Well,
Absolutely.
I do have to say, not to throw you under the bus here, but Sunday night at the show, Josh, you were in rare form.
I wasn't planning on it. I had.
I'm not guilting you. I'm just saying you were having a good time.
I'm gonna do that thing where the white guy goes to all the drinks he had.
Right.
I had a slice of pizza and beer for dinner, and then we went over to fucking Bunker Club. I had 2 beverages there, totally fine. Get to the venue, and what had happened was my friend Dean was there, and it was his birthday, and I go, oh hey, I'll buy a round of shots. Well, the drinks are expensive there, but they at least pour them very heavy.
Okay.
So I had a very heavy Jameson shot. I think once you put a shot in me, all bets are off.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's mosh time.
And then I buy a $10 beer that I drop.
So would you say you cut some wrists and black some eyes in that mosh pit?
No, I'm not
To
big
Hawthorne
on
Heights?
I get it. I'm trying to think of a good Newfound Glory reference, but I can't.
I will say this is not a reference, but the moment I knew that Josh was in rare form. So Kate and I we're older, so we're lame. So we just stand kind of to the side, and I like to hear the band well, I like to see the band well. And Josh, he bolts for the mosh pit, and then he comes back to check on me 5 or 6 songs into Newfound Glory. And I turn around and Josh is singing along, pumping his fist, and kind of humping me.
And give him a little love.
It was a little love, I like that, which was reciprocated.
Sure.
I loved it.
You push back.
But yeah. I was like, yeah, Josh is having fun. And I was glad.
It was so much fun.
I like to see you have fun.
I felt it the next day, but it was a lot of fun.
You threw up.
A lot. I threw up multiple times.
You shit your shirt the next day.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But man, things like that. I'm liking that these bands are still around. Like I kept hearing like, Newfound Glory, what are they? Still a band? Dude, yeah. They've consistently put out records. No need to hate pop punk.
Dude, I say it all the time. I said it in the intro. We were talking about penises and vaginas. I said, like what you like.
Like what you like.
Yeah.
I'm not here to shame whatever music you like or movies or books or genitalia.
Mike, say your thing.
Say what thing?
You always say this. It's your favorite thing to say.
What?
Don't yuck my yums,
Oh,
man.
don't yuck
yeah.
other people's yums.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Don't.
I do say that a lot.
And now it's written. It's
I mean, I like that
on the
Newfound
show.
Glory video with
It is
Rachel Lee
written.
Cook in it.
Yeah.
Not hit or miss.
No, what is it called? I'm trying to think of the song now.
I know.
I just got into the song and the video, and I didn't think of the title.
It's not hit or
Dress
miss.
to Kill.
Dress
Dress
to
to Kill,
Kill.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Dress to
Yeah.
They're
Kill.
playing in a garage.
Dude,
yeah.
That's
she might be like my ultimate 90s movie babe.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
she's
me,
all
for
that.
sure.
She's all that.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
She's really good in that Don't Do Drugs commercial too.
Oh, is that
yeah,
the
yeah, with the
throws
fried
it
egg
against the wall?
Yeah.
That's
this
her?
is your brain
Yeah.
on
That was her.
more drugs. Like whatever. You know, you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I start slamming shit.
Yeah, she's like beating up her kitchen with like a cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
like-
I never realized I was her. Guys, I learned something tonight.
she was also in Idle Hands. Was
No.
that her?
You're thinking of
Jessica Alba.
Always get them confused.
Get the fuck out.
Another 90s babe, though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Man.
True.
That's true. 90s babes.
So yeah, I realized something though Sunday night before the show, and I kind of opened up to Kate on the way to the show. I said, I think I might be depressed, and she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. I'm not like a sad guy, but I've kind of felt like I've been in a funk for like months at this point, like maybe 2 months, and I think maybe I started to notice Saturday night when the time changed, and I realized. Like Sunday night, it got dark at like 6. And I was like, oh yeah, it's that time of year. It's that seasonal affective disorder time of year. Do you guys get that at all?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I get seasonal, but I do think I realized I've been depressed on Monday during a work meeting.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not a good time to realize that.
Well, it was a meeting about me because I was like, I don't really like my position. Can you move me back to the position I was at before? And they're like, you're doing pretty okay. Would you be happier there? And I was just like, I don't think I'd be happy at either of these positions, honestly. And like, they're like, and I was like, there's not really anything you can do about that. I think I'm just unhappy in general.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, and I told Kate that I said, listen, it has nothing to do with you or our situation or the young one, or my job or anything like that. Like I'm a lucky guy.
Yeah.
Just I am, just in general.
Yeah.
I feel like I've, yes, I put some hard work into the things I enjoy doing and the things I have to do, but I feel like I've got it pretty good. I don't take that for granted. But I thought, depression's a bitch and mental, I don't say mental illness, but mental issues or whatever.
Sure.
There's nothing that Kate can do
Yeah.
to make me feel better in the long term,
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I like to come off as being kind of a grounded, like decent guy, but I was like, yeah, I think I'm dealing with a little depression. And I was kind of afraid to bring it up on the show because A, I didn't want to be a buzzkill, and B, I didn't want to like come off as like weak, that whole stigma.
That's whatever, man.
Yeah, right.
No,
But it's
it's
like
not weak.
there's nothing at all wrong with admitting.
No.
Hey, man.
I think what happens is people always, especially around this time of year, you seasonal affective disorder. You see the memes of, I just want to curl in a blanket and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But that's, yeah, I mean, it does happen to a lot of people during the season, but I think what it is, it's something that's already there that just the weather or the lack of sunshine kind of brings it out. And that's the thing. I mean, vitamin D is a total thing that has to do with your mental well-being too. So what do you do to that? They sell those, don't they sell lights?
Yeah, they do. People in Seattle have
Is
them.
it bullshit?
No.
Okay.
I have a friend who lives in Seattle, and they take like vitamin D like pills and
Really?
like vitamins.
Maybe I need some D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
like a
do.
thing.
Like our friend in the intro.
I was gonna say I have the opposite of
Mhm.
this. Like when it gets dark earlier and colder, I get happier.
Fuck,
Really?
Fuck you, Mike.
I'm like, well, like winter and cold and that kind of stuff is like my favorite season.
Okay.
So
Lucky you.
I love it. I love the clothes that people wear.
Yeah.
You know.
I am
No,
a
I
big
like
fan.
that.
I am a fan
like
of
wearing
layering.
hoodies.
Yeah, I am a fan of layering.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
When it gets hot in the summer, I get grouchy, like grouchier, just because I don't know, heat kind of drains me.
Are you a cold weather kind of guy?
Yeah, for sure. And
Okay.
I run hot. Like I probably shouldn't have worn this wool thing,
Dude,
Here,
Me
but
too. Do you have a significant other?
I do not.
Okay. When you ever did and had a sleeping partner,
Yes.
did they complain about your body heat?
Yes.
My wife hates it. I always want to
Mhm.
snuggle. She's like, you're so warm. I'm like, how? But yeah, I run super hot. I love the winter, but I don't like that sun going down too early. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
And I'll say this about the sun going down too early.
Mhm.
Why I do like it as well is because everyone else doesn't like it, and they go home, and I can go shopping or go, get what I need, and everyone is in their homes by 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I don't mean to like just laugh at you right now, but you're just like being so like not.
Anti.
No, you're not anti. You're just like contrarian almost. Like
I don't mean to be. This is like
I know
a real
you're
thing.
not.
This is
I
a
know
real
you're
thing.
organically
Yeah.
contrarian right now. I'm just like, God damn it, Mike. Fuck you.
But I get it. I mean, there's like when I didn't have a 9 to 5 and I worked the bar gig, it's that same kind of thing of like, well, all you suckers that are at work, I can go to the grocery store without there being a shit ton of people in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's the best. Or like we're off on Fridays, I can get up, go to the press, have myself a nice meal, and I am the only dude in there.
Right.
I love that kind
Yeah.
of shit. So for you, yeah, like, everyone, stay inside because it's like,
I guess, yeah, maybe I said that kind of incorrectly. Like, I don't mean to say that people being depressed like makes me happier.
Right.
Because they're staying in and like being, isolationist or whatever.
Mhm.
Like that's not, I don't capitalize on that.
sure.
It's just, I'm happier because, yeah, I can do the things I want to do.
All these people are so sad they can't eat their birthday cake. More birthday cake for me. I'm Mike. Now,
Jeez.
Yes, that's me.
I'm just thinking of like situations where like.
It's interesting
I
though.
don't even really like cake.
It's interesting though
cake.
because while I do feel this way pretty much every year, at least the last 5 years or so, I also love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday.
Mhm.
I'm a Christmas boy. I just love it every year. So it's like I get this little like dip and then I'm right back up,
Okay,
right around the
yeah.
holidays.
All
So-
right.
Maybe your body's like bracing for the amount of dopamine that it's about to produce.
Oh,
so
shit,
It's like
yeah.
shutting off for a little bit.
It's like I'm getting a buffer.
Yeah.
You can't handle what it's about to come, so I got to drain you.
I hear those sleigh bells and I just perk right up.
Yeah, I mean, well, like, who gives a fuck about November? It's the lamest month.
Whoa,
I
whoa.
like November.
Me too. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday.
Thanks, Mike.
Early November? Hey, yo.
Maybe not. Yeah.
That's why
Thanksgiving.
we put art shows every November. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys notice it, but
I didn't notice that. Well, it's something to do besides eat turkey.
I love Thanksgiving food.
I do too.
But it-
See,
but you
something,
can-
to look, something to look forward to.
yeah.
Okay, can I, as a not, why? What is it?
You know,
Well,
it
it's
makes
delicious.
you sleepy.
yeah, it's
I
savory.
eat turkey every single day.
It's-
That's
That's
the
what I'm
other
saying.
thing,
Like, you
too.
can, everything that you eat at Thanksgiving, you can eat all the time.
Cranberry sauce.
I don't eat
But then you can
cranberry
say that about
sauce.
any
Okay, hold
holiday.
on. When in your lifetime have you ever eaten cranberry sauce?
I eat cranberry sauce like almost every Thanksgiving, like
Really?
every other Thanksgiving. I love
I eat
cranberry
it once
sauce.
a year.
I
Yes.
just walk right past that
It's good.
shit.
It's so good, dude. I even like it when it's shaped like the can.
Yeah.
You just slice you off a nice piece and go
Public
to town.
school cafeteria Thanksgiving lunch. cranberry sauce with whatever shit they make.
Dude.
That shit is great.
Oh, dry
It
ass
is.
turkey.
I'm literally salivating thinking about cranberry sauce.
Oh.
What's
And like
what's
stuffing, like
yeah.
I don't eat
Oh,
stuffing at. I mean, I know we have stuffing at Christmas, but I don't eat it at Christmas. I eat it at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Well, there's specific things that stuffing, turkey, that's Thanksgiving. Ham is for Christmas.
For sure.
Now, mashed potatoes at both of them.
Right.
Bitches.
Yeah. Green bean casserole, perhaps some rolls.
But you can do cranberry sauce at Thanksgiving or Christmas too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not. Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
though.
It's not the same.
Cranberry
No.
sauce and ham.
See, this is the time you're harvesting the cranberries. That's why they have it, you know.
So
it's-
you're
it's at its-
harvesting all the pumpkins.
Yeah, and it's at its freshest
Pecans.
out of the can. You know.
Yeah.
It's
I
things,
love it.
things like that you don't think of when you're a kid. Just like, oh, we just eat all this stuff now because that's what you do. It's like, well, no, it's
the time
it's
of the year that
symbolic.
you're-
yeah.
yeah, uh-huh.
That's when you're. If you don't do it now, they're gonna go bad. So you eat the pumpkin now. You make
Uh-huh.
pumpkin pie.
Dude,
Absolutely.
are you a pumpkin pie fan?
I
I love
like it,
pumpkin
yeah.
pie too.
Fucking
like,
love
all this
pumpkin
shit.
pie.
Like honestly, like
With or without Cool Whip.
With, of course.
Duh.
I go without.
Okay.
That's just me.
we don't like my family like doesn't make American food all the time, and like half the time we'll make pho or something on Thanksgiving or like
Turkey pho?
no, just regular ass pho.
Does turkey pho
It's like-
exist?
It's probably like an internet thing, but
Okay,
like
yeah.
it's not something we
Yeah.
made.
Leftover. No, what you do is you make it with leftover turkey the next day.
But like American food, like I don't know, man. Like on Thanksgiving, like it would be a good chance I would like make it, and it'd be like fucking pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, man. I'm a. I don't. I don't like Thanksgiving. I liked it when I was a kid because I was a fat kid and I ate everything in my path. So we would always have like paper plates, you know, and you have like kind of a buffet table style. Get all your shit.
Yeah.
I would fill my plate so much that one year my paper plate snaps in half as I'm walking back to the
Whoa.
table.
Did you ever feel any more fat?
No, because my family's funny and they're relentless, and they immediately jumped on it like, "Geez, fatty, did you get enough?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm getting another plate though."
Yeah.
Yeah, like rolls, just rolls,
So many rolls. So many
Butter.
rolls.
Yeah. Oh, the rolls. Yeah.
Dude,
How
I
could
come
you
from
forget?
a family of pretty good cooks.
Mhm.
Might be a little white bread, but it's really good. And our Thanksgiving spread is pretty sweet. My dad is the master of the smoker.
Ooh, yeah.
And dude,
Well,
he smokes
smoked
like
turkey.
2 or 3 full turkeys.
Yeah.
He's the master of meat.
He is the master of meat. That used to be his email address in the 90s, masterofmeat@aol.com.
In the 90s, man. I mean, that was early. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That can mean
he's
some
the
different
game.
things.
I
Right?
know, right? Especially
know.
now. But yeah, turkeys, ham, everything.
So,
good.
rolls.
So good.
Homemade rolls?
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing the okay?
You
No,
gotta
my,
go homemade.
my stepmom makes them from scratch, and they are like eating a fucking cloud.
Dude, when they're just
They're
they're
wonderful.
yeah.
They're like huge and super light and airy, and they are wonderful.
You ever
I don't
do one
think
of
I've
these?
ever had a homemade roll.
What?
What?
Yeah.
dude?
You gotta do it.
I'm gonna bring you a roll.
That
You ever
would
do
be
that thing
awesome.
that
They're really that.
I bet
they're,
Dave
they're
would be really good at
life-changing.
cooking them.
I'll bring you
Yeah.
a basket. That thing the next day we take the leftovers home, right?
Right.
I'm gonna make a plate.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, make your plate before you leave.
Hell yeah.
You take the roll, cut it in half, slap turkey joker on it. You make basically leftover sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Using
Classic.
the roll. Oh,
Classic.
so good.
I've never done that, but I remember Ross on Friends talked about it on an episode, and it sounded like so good.
Dude.
It is good.
Are you jumping on that Friends wagon? Are you back on the Friends wagon?
What's happening with Friends? I don't know.
Oh, everyone's into it again. all
Yeah,
of a
I feel
sudden.
like out of the blue, it just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
became like I see a lot of memes
I've
about
noticed
it
that as well.
that are ruining society, and my girlfriend is watching it, and it's like I forget that effect. It's not the Mandela effect, but something where you don't see something for a long time, and then you see it, and then you see it all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It happened to me all the time
the
when I
movie
was
21?
a kid. Yeah,
Mhm.
Where you see the number 21 everywhere.
it was when I was a kid. I would see a new word.
Mhm.
Let's say serendipitous.
Mm-hmm.
I would see that word once, and then I'd see it all the time. Or it's like if you buy a new car, you see your car all the time, and you
Yep.
never saw it before.
Because you're looking for it.
Yeah. So yeah, Friends is on that list.
Yeah.
I don't hate Friends. I'm not
Yeah.
yucking it. I'm not yucking a yum.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not yucking it. I think it's really funny that in the woke society that we live in now, that people are all about Friends when it's a super problematic show, but people like it.
Is
I've
it-
never seen it.
I haven't thought about it in a long time, but my mom used to love it, so I watched it all the time.
I
Yeah.
do love the episode where Ross gets his teeth bleached, and he's like making out with the girl, and she turns the lights off, and his teeth are glowing, like almost like a black light responsive. Do you remember that one?
Oh, I do.
That's funny.
So good.
So many fun. Pivot. Remember that?
Friends
When
is
he was-
problematic. I haven't watched it. Like,
I mean, there were just some things. There were some like making fun of gay people kind of a thing. Because the dude who
Because-
worked at the coffee shop was gay, and they would always kind of
no, he wasn't. He loved Rachel.
Gunther.
Yeah.
I thought he ended up being gay in one of
No,
the
he
episodes.
loved Rachel. That was the
Oh.
joke.
a lot of nippage in that show.
Dude,
looking
Dude,
back.
I did like that about the show.
Ross's girlfriend was gay, and they're like, it was one of the first kisses.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Same-sex kisses on TV.
Yeah,
Wow.
so many great.
I need to watch
Giovanni
it.
Ribisi
What's
was in it?
problematic about that, Josh?
I don't know. What's problematic about it is Rachel left her husband at the altar like a real bitch.
Is that the end of the series?
That was the beginning.
The beginning, that's how they
Oh,
met her.
okay. Sorry.
No,
Oh,
it's
my,
good.
there's a lot of fat
Never
shaming
watched
and,
it. I was a Seinfeld guy.
But no, like,
You
Sorry.
do a Friends Art
Same.
show, Mike.
Okay, let's
We
do it.
were
I'll
friend-
watch Friends.
Friends
Dude,
Art Show.
strike while the iron's
I will
hot.
do it.
So no,
Perfect timing.
we'd watch it, and then I remember being on a youth trip in church, and we were doing like quotes from the show, and our youth director being like, "What are you guys talking about?" Like, "Oh, just Friends. You shouldn't be watching that show. It's evil." Like, what?
Whoa.
So he goes on the other thing is like, it promotes homosexuality, it promotes premarital sex, all this. I'm like, it's a fucking show, dude.
I do remember my sister really liked it back in the day when we were kids. And I never really watched it, but my dad and my sister watched it all the time together. That was like their thing. They'd watch Friends every week. And I remember my grandma raising a big fit. I think it might have been at Thanksgiving, where she was like, Friends, I can't stand that show. All it is sex, 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 sex. And she just kept saying sex at the Thanksgiving dinner table, my like sweet little Christian grandma. And I got a boner. It was weird. Like,
Granny, have you seen?
That's
Yeah,
your fetish, is like your
Yeah.
grandma saying sex over and over.
oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, yeah, I guess they talked about sex a lot. Joey fucked. I mean, they all really fucked a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a prevalent thing in the show for sure.
Well, here's the thing, but you're in your 20s. You're gonna fuck a lot.
It's
That's
a-
what happens.
You're in New York City?
You're also
Come on. You're all attractive?
You're a 24-year-old paleontologist like that.
All right.
Ever
I don't want to get all deep into Friends, but it's really just about like some friends going through some shit together, and a lot of that shit is just like breakups and
Yeah.
people getting together and
And
meeting
fucking.
people all the time, just like shit that we do. I mean, it's like Friends. Our
Absolutely.
Our lives are friends.
Hang out at a coffee shop.
All right,
all the time.
if Central Park was burning down and you could only save one friend, who would it be?
Ooh.
From the show.
Yeah.
Barring any real life,
We're talking about strictly the
character, yes.
Joey.
You gonna save Joey?
Yeah.
Joey Tribbiani?
Rachel. I don't know.
Okay, good.
I was a Chandler guy.
I always,
Chandler Bing.
I always had a thing for Phoebe. I don't know why. I know her
She was
character.
weird.
Well, her character's kind of the stupidest, like the most outlandish, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, are we saving people we want to date, or are we saving just
Hey,
like the
so
who's
I
the
didn't-
coolest?
listen.
I interpreted the question that way.
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
No.
I figured you did because
Yeah.
it's like
Save who you
Rachel.
save who you want to save.
I'm
man.
saving Joey, man.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. I would,
Well, okay, so, but Phoebe had a super dark past, like very dark past.
She was like homeless.
yeah.
Homeless,
Oh,
her
yeah.
mom committed suicide, right? Was that what it was? And then she had a twin sister that whole weird dark past. And then her brother came in, and then she was a surrogate mother for her brother, which is kind of weird. But what a weird show.
Wait, was it her brother's sperm?
Yes.
That's incest. Yeah. There's no way you could carry your brother's seed.
So your youth pastor was correct to
Yeah.
Very
steer you
wrong.
away.
My youth pastor's also 4'2", and he looked a hell of a whole lot like what's that right wing fellow that everyone? He's always
Alex Jones.
No, he's always schooling people.
Ben
on stuff.
Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro. He looks my youth director looked exactly like Ben Shapiro, with a goatee. Because you're a youth.
Okay.
When you're a youth minister, when you get your little diploma for being a youth minister, they slap a goatee right there on
Yeah,
that chin.
it comes in like you get your diploma, and then there's a pull-out sheet with like facial hair and
yeah.
Options.
and like
Options.
one of those necklaces made out of like nails.
Yeah.
Puka shells.
And then like you go get your hair dipped. Got to get that spike dip.
Speaking of problematic in 90s, I had a youth pastor. I was probably 13 or 14. His name was John McDonald. And, we went to church camp every summer for a week. And he was a really good sport. Like, he knew how to take these little hoodlum kids and, like, really, like, do good things with us, but also kind of let us be kids and not, like, reprimand us for everything. He was a really good sport, good guy. And one time, our bunks were girls on one side, guys on the other, and then there was like a little foyer in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And all the guys were in their bunk, and we got a roll of duct tape, and we spelled out on the concrete, "John is gay."
Oh.
Right. It was the 90s. That was okay back then.
Was it Jon?
John.
Okay.
And he walks in and sees it, and instead of us getting in trouble, he just kind of starts laughing. He's like, "Oh, very funny." And he gets down and lays on his side and poses in front of it. And I pull out my disposable camera and I take a picture of it. And so I get it developed, and like I bring it to church after I get it developed. I'm like, "This is so funny." You know, much like we thought back then, we thought that word was harmless and you know, you threw it around, whatever. Yeah. And I remember my stepmom, not the lady my dad is currently married to, but his ex-wife, who was the devil incarnate. She found that photo and she like kind of used it as like evidence against me of being a bad kid.
How is that?
I know.
What did you just like? You're not even present in that picture. You
No.
just, like, took a picture of a guy.
Well, this lady was
Josh remembers.
Yeah,
she was a real C. But she also hated the youth pastor because he was cool and she was very strict and like she thought he was too lax. And on the back of the photo, and I still have it in my box of cringe under my bed, it says, "John McDonald, 1994, teaching our children well."
So she was like talking shit.
Yeah. And I was like, "What a bitch."
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
hate you still. I hate you. I have no issues. I'm fine.
Maybe this is contributing to the seasonal.
It might be.
Maybe this is like a deeper thing.
She loved Thanksgiving, so
Oh no. Well,
we got that going on. That's coming up.
anytime I see a pumpkin or a horn of plenty, I just shit my shirt and cry everywhere, you know?
Did you ever have an actual cornucopia on your table?
No. We weren't a big centerpiece family.
No. Not enough room. You got all that food's got to be.
yeah,
out
you got to
there.
get the food on there.
A lot of
yeah.
cranberry sauce.
But yeah, I
plates of it.
sure did color a lot of them when I was in grade school.
Yeah, it's like a classic thing.
Cornucopia.
Well, it's just like a lot of like holly and stuff around Christmas.
Mhm.
You don't see a lot of people hanging that anymore.
Well, sure. I mean, my mom did.
Wreaths,
It was always
maybe,
fake.
but
let me ask you this. When you were a kid and you found out about mistletoe, did you ever want to like steal a piece to like flirt with it or be silly around it?
I think I was the opposite. I think that shit terrified me. When
Did
I was
you
a
run
kid.
from the
So I was
mistletoe?
like, fuck this.
it's poisonous. I mean, you should be.
Yeah. I can
Can't eat
just see you like slinking through a doorway like Metal Gear style trying to not be under the mistletoe.
I mean, also like I was just like it wasn't ever like more than my family at these family things. So I was like, I'm not gonna like. Well, I don't think we hung up mistletoe when I think about it, but like mistletoe at school.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah, or you do the thing where you carry it around you. Hey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's the lucky lady?
When I started
Amber.
going to parties, like Christmas parties, especially
Oh,
in
yeah.
college, there was mistletoe.
Did you ever see that cool guy that had a belt buckle with it hanging
Oh
over?
no.
Yeah. It was like a piece of wire like suspending the mistletoe out in front of his wang.
What a douche.
I guess I gotta.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
funny.
What the fuck off.
And that's when James takes a knee.
It's funny you say that mistletoe is poisonous. So is poinsettia. Two holiday
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
pieces of plants that will fucking kill you.
And mistletoe is like parasitic. It like kills trees. You know.
That's right. We got all the holiday
got,
plant facts
yeah.
going on tonight.
What's with Christmas in particular with all the foliage? You got the tree, you got the wreath, you got
I think
holly.
it's
you got-
European, right?
I guess so.
Pagan.
Arbor.
Mhm.
It's a pagan holiday. You know.
Well, sure it
classically.
is, but we took it back because Jesus is the reason for the season. We all know that.
Okay. I am really excited for Christmas. This will be the first Christmas with my ladies in the house.
Very
Last year
nice.
we
Yeah.
spent time together, but they weren't living here, so it's really exciting. And
Ooh,
that's another thing about being around a kid and making me a big softie is like talk about igniting, reigniting, rekindling the flame of the holidays.
you get to be Santa.
I think
Dude.
I totally agree with
That's so
that
cool.
because there was like a middle like when I was a little kid, like there was like a new cousin every like year. So it was like we were kids and there would be like a new kid every year,
Yeah.
like in the form of a baby. Like every year until I was like 18, there was like a new kid. And there'd always be
fucking.
there'd always be a tiny kid, like, and we would always watch each other grow up. And I saw like every stage of that.
Yeah.
And then when we were all old, before like a lot of my family started having kids, it just felt weird. It's like there was a missing energy in the house. And then like
Yeah.
my cousins started having kids, and they like, got a couple dogs, and they're like dogs and kids running around. That's what Christmas should kind of feel like sometimes. Or like
Yeah.
I miss that. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to feel like
Absolutely.
that, but like it feels good. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, kids are what make the holidays so beautiful. You know, like it's their joy, it's their it's the whole thing. The gift giving, getting like in your 20s, Christmas is all about going to parties and getting drunk and that kind of shit. But now it's like I want to sit down. I want to see the sparkle in a kid's eye when they see a stack of gifts.
What else is awesome? Basically, from Halloween to Christmas, best behavior because you're you're touting that Santa. In fact, I have a thing that I'm saying with the little one. If she sees me on my computer or on my phone, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Texting Santa. He asked about you today.
Yeah.
He wanted to check in on you." Dude, it's so great. She's just like, "Oh, okay. Should I go clean my room?"
What?
Dude, and I'm not overdoing it. I'm not like, I'm not doing anything crazy, but man, it is kind of a nice little
Has she written her letter yet?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's the cutest thing too. It's like easy bake oven, this, that, and then at the bottom it says Warhammer gift certificate for Robbie.
Okay.
I want more Warhammer stuff. So that's just so
It's
cute.
very kind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing
I like it.
Giving a gift, getting a gift. It's wonderful.
But that's also a way of her being like, see, I'm being really nice.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, I see right through
I'm
it.
thinking of somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, she also wanted a kangaroo, but I don't think we're gonna be able to swing
Yeah,
that this year.
tough.
So.
Did you ever ask for anything like outlandish when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'm sure I asked for a horse, a pony, something like that. My dad was really badass at Christmas though.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I turned I guess 16, it just all went downhill. It's like socks and a Lowe's gift card.
But
or
no, here's the
something,
thing.
which is tight as a homeowner.
Yeah.
When you're 16 and you get that 7-Eleven gas gift card for like $20, like, dude, that's great. Especially in like 1997 or whatever. You're like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
could use
fill
that.
up your car like 30 times with that.
yeah.
Back then.
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
Yeah, one Christmas I got, I think it was I was 17 years old, and I got nothing but car accessories, but they were like the really bad like Hot Topic late 90s, like everything had flames.
Oh boy.
Fuzzy dice.
Was it like car mats, matching car mats?
Yeah. I got a set of the floor mats, the CD visor, and then the steering wheel cover, and it was all that. Do you remember that? There's a certain flame pattern that was really big at Hot Topic, and it came in red.
It's on my leg. Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, it came in red on black, and it came in blue on black. And if you see it, you'll remember it.
Yeah.
Everything was that. Like, I look like fucking Guy Fieri driving this
But here's
car
the thing.
around,
You should be like, hey, Dad, I'm not driving a fucking 1957 Chevy. It's a 92 Lumina. It's going to look real weird in there.
Yeah. But I have come, speaking of full circle, I have totally come full circle. My dad asked me, what do you want for Christmas this year? And, I do that. I don't need anything. And then he's like, no, really, what do you want?
Set of car mats be nice.
No, here's what I asked for. And I might have to ask you guys, what's the lamest thing you ever got or asked for? I said, Dad, I'd really like a power washer.
Okay.
I got a lot of things that need power washing. My house, my shop,
Car.
my fence.
Yeah, it's not lame.
I think a power
Useful.
washer would be
Very
pretty
useful.
dope.
Very
Yeah.
useful. And they're kind of expensive.
Last year, he got me a pretty good size air compressor,
Ooh, yeah.
like on wheels.
Uh-huh.
Dude,
Yeah.
never have to go to on-cue.
That's right.
Just air up the old tires right in the driveway. It's
So
wonderful.
nice.
It's
And you
wonderful.
could do other, like you can air up, like you aired up the thing at the child's birthday party.
That's right. It's wonderful.
You can kind of add a power washer if you wanted to, I guess.
I'd love a power washer. Please, Santa.
Lame gifts, man. A lot of lame gifts. A lot of socks. A lot of shit that you don't need, or things that their heart's in the right place because they know that you're into something, but they don't really quite know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I know you like rock and roll music, so here's a Beatles anthology. Like, I don't listen to the Beatles.
And that happened to me too. Like
Thank you, but I don't listen.
Yeah.
One year, like the word spread in my family that I liked the Beatles because I was a late bloomer to the Beatles. In high school, I thought they were lame. I was into stupid punk rock and stuff at the time, and
Yeah, so stupid.
I got into I got into the Beatles when I was about 20, and that year for Christmas, every single thing I got was Beatles, and I was like, why do I want like a Beatles wind chime? Like, no, Aunt Paula, save your money.
A Beatles air freshener for my car.
What's a lame gift you got, James?
I don't know, socks. Like
Yeah,
I don't have
that's-
anything like
yeah, yeah.
specific.
That's lame.
But not even like,
Never ceases to be lame.
hold on. I wear like weird, goofy socks. So when somebody gives me a pair of those, I'm like, yeah, cool. But getting like a 20 pack of just generic black
Some
socks.
white Hanes like low cut,
Yeah,
like
ugh.
the dad socks.
Yeah.
I don't even wear those. Get out of here with that.
There's some new Kid Cudi socks I saw online, and they're pretty expensive. So if somebody got me some Kid Cudi socks
Yeah.
this year, I'd be like, yes.
Yeah,
That's dope.
What about you, Mike?
Well, I was gonna say there is a gradient of you like socks being lame, and then you like I like them now.
Yeah.
Like I like when I get socks. My mom knows what kind of socks
So
that I wear.
you're getting good socks.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Argyle and things like
Yeah,
that are cool.
Yeah.
Lame gifts though. I want to say at some point I got like a pet rock or something.
Mhm.
This was a long, long time ago, and I can't remember exactly who gave it to me, but I don't think I ever even took it out of like the bag.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like that it came in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
a lot of those we just put them like, okay, and you hold on to them, you just like throw them like a junk drawer or something.
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
room, like,
Or they end up in
Yeah,
the back
exactly,
of your closet
a
or
junk
something.
drawer, yeah.
or you try to do that thing where it's like you go back to school after Christmas break and everyone's talking about the gifts you get, and you're trying to upsell this shitty gift to trade it for something that
Oh,
your
yeah.
friend has. Like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, this thing's really cool, man. I already got one, so I don't need. You want to trade for that though?
I traded some gifts in like junior high
Oh,
and
yeah.
elementary school. It's funny. I love my old man to death. Greatest guy in my life.
Mhm.
Wonderful man. Every year, without fail, he gets me at least one, if not 2 packs of Hanes white crew socks. I haven't put a white sock on my foot in probably 15 years.
Yeah.
I like black socks. I like colorful socks.
Yeah.
Every year. Last year, he really upped the ante, though, and he got me a pack of white, and he got me, which I didn't even know these existed, a 10-pack of khaki crew socks.
I could go khaki. I could rock the khaki.
I could see you. You got a
Yeah.
good, nice earth tone palette
Yeah,
going on
uh-huh.
over there. But yeah, I'm like black or
yeah.
nothing.
Did you go?
Sure.
Hey, Dad, are you trying to tell me I should start like a sock puppet career or something?
Yeah, I don't-
What am I doing here?
Speaking of saving them, for the last like 4 years, I would just throw those socks in a bag, and they were in that closet right behind you. I ended up donating them all to Goodwill, and I counted. It was like 13 packs of
Oh my
unopened
gosh.
socks that I never wore.
Damn.
I thought about wrapping them all and giving them back to my dad for Christmas as like a gag gift, but I didn't want him to like shit his shirt.
You're gonna shit that shirt.
Yeah.
That will happen.
They gotta get more shirts for Christmas.
A pack
Yeah.
of shirts.
Yeah.
That'd be an
With
upgrade.
maybe a little rubber,
Shit proof.
like a Yosemite Sam back off mud flap hanging off the bag
There you go.
to catch all the poo.
Yeah.
Maybe
What?
just a tear away like like piece.
Yeah.
Or like those
Right there.
PJs with the butt flap.
Just wash
yeah,
that.
but I needed the shirt so I can just
Right. Well, guys, we got to wrap up here pretty soon. I just wanted to know any closing thoughts. Again, SNL Art Show.
SNL Art Show, Saturday, November 9th.
Yep.
Come out.
7 p.m. It's gonna be good. James and I will be there.
Yeah.
Having a great time. Lots of good stuff. Something for everyone, I think. And a lot of good people involved with this, not just me and James. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I should know because I work there. Have they gotten down a menu yet? Have you heard
Yes.
about the menu? Okay.
And in fact, I'm gonna send Henri some stuff tonight
Did they steal any of my ideas?
Did you come up with Dick in a Box?
because you guys are selling dick in a box.
No.
By the way.
I gave
Are
them
they
a
little Smokies?
They're hot dogs,
Hot dogs.
in a box to
Nice.
go boxes.
Yes.
I gave them a lot of good ones, and I hope
And
they take
sweaty
some.
balls, I know, is making
They're
an
doing
appearance.
sweaty balls. for
Good,
sure.
good,
Yeah.
good.
I want a crystal clear gravy, but I don't know how to make that.
Yeah.
Some colon blow, perhaps. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
That's a
colon
classic
blow.
skit. I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Parody commercials were the best.
Well, guys, I got to say, thank you very much for coming by, and we'll see you on Saturday at the art show.
Thanks for having us.
Later, guys.
Bye.